Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Easy Most known and on Yo. So coming back at y'all again. It's February 2nd, 365 drop. Uh Once again I want to say appreciate y'all on the shorts, checking out the shorts, expanding the shorts and everything like that. You know, Eventually people will get to the content. I'm not even worried about that. I also appreciate everybody that checked out my lives, the one with Anton and Corey is doing the Nambler. So just appreciate that. Just wanted to come at y'all real quick on a second. It's getting warmer out here in Chicago finally. You know, got the Super Bowl coming up this weekend or next weekend, rather, whatever you want to do it, because it's Sunday, so technically next weekend. Got Valentine's Day coming up. Don't nobody want to deal with that, but we get to that later. Yeah, but there's been so much going on. So much going on out here. And I don't know, man. I don't know what we gonna do. I have no idea what we gonna do out here, man. It's like I was in a check cashing store like the other day, and they said that they was gonna essentially they putting a bill together to get rid of all paper checks or like yeah, pretty much like paper transaction, not paper transaction, but like paper checks and stuff like that. And it made me think, why would you do that? Because not everybody uses Zelle. Not everybody can, do direct deposit. I know the older generation is still used to getting a check and going to cash it. That's why a lot of reasons why check cashing places still exist, besides to get you know, your license and stuff like that, license registrations and stuff like that. But I found it surprising. Like this day and age is so different and it's moving so fast. It's like it's intentionally leaving the older generation behind. Even though there's some that can survive in it, it's intentionally leaving the older generation behind. But why? Why are we so fast to move into this digital age? Why do we want to move into the digital age? Like, does it really make sense to everybody that we should move into the digital age, no longer being analog and everything like that? Do you really want everything you could ever do to be digital? Like, it's getting to a point where we're paying the world for everything. There's not one thing we not paying for anymore, really. Because in a sense, you're paying to breathe. You know, it's just like, and greed has, I don't think, ever been higher. There's so many greedy people out there, so many greedy companies out here that it's just like prices are outrageous. I thought when tech would advance, this type of tech, not even this type of tech, just AI in general, I thought we would be using it for so much better stuff. I thought when robots finally were a thing, like a big thing, I thought we'd be using them to better the world. But if you've seen the movie I Robot, it's not a far stretch what's happening. You know, it's been predicted. Once the robots come along, you pretty much gonna get moseyed out of work. And now you got AI out here, so you don't really know what is what. You know, Technically, although this is a very good camera, it could be AI. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, AI is going to be able to make your features, kind of like my features, look so realistic that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference of whether it's me or if it's AI. Now, there are a few things that AI cannot fake yet, and I'm kind of glad about it. AI is never going to do that to you. I don't care what you say. AI is never going to really have you looking like a junkie out here because people don't think about that type of stuff. So I don't never think it's going to really be possible. Right? Now, as you can see, don't have a liner right now. So, I think, one, if you ever find me always doing a video with a hat and I never take it off, then at least you know. Say, yeah, I know. I'm gonna get it straight. I'm gonna get it settled. Right now, I'm going through some stuff, all right? But I'm still meeting them goals, punk. I'm still getting my goals done, so don't add me, all right? But yeah, the world is moving so fast right now, and I think it should slow down. But I know it won't. It should slow down, pump its brakes, and get situated. But I know it won't. It's just the ways of the world right now. People don't care. People don't care. It's like getting up from your seat in a crowded room. You move it, you lose it. It's unfair. It's very unfair. It's not right. And the older generation, yeah, they can learn this stuff, but why would they want to? It's all types of scams out here. People are getting scammed left and right. Fishing is so like blown up. People calling your phones about odd jobs, odd things, this and that. You know, it's a crazy world out here. And I really think we need to slow down and catch pace. There's nothing wrong with what's coming as far as expanding. There is something wrong with as far as having a heart. You got to care about people. And I'm starting to realize that we're becoming more of a number than ever before. It used to be that we would want to get personable with each other, get to know each other, get to understand each other, and get to believe and make sure everybody's trustworthy. But now, it seems like people just fighting for a dollar. And the dollar gets stretched so thin nowadays that I don't know how much longer it's going to last. You know? They haven't got us with the Bitcoin yet, which I'm happy about. But they going to find a way. And once they regulate Bitcoin, I feel like it's over. I feel like it's over. And as far as like life itself, like you want to be able to live reality. But the problem nowadays is reality is getting so far from the truth that you don't really know what's reality anymore. And I'll give you an example. Take a person that's been in one of the popular industries. You can say music, entertainment, whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? Like actors, mainly actors, right? When an actor is small, even when an actor is small, there's two ways they can be. They can either be a jerk or they could be loving. Now, good amount of times they come out to be jerks. But after sometimes of being around people so much and not knowing who's really for you, I kind of see why that happens. Now, here's the thing that I want to say. When an actor, let's say they started small, but now they're big, it goes to their head that they're capable of anything they want to do, they can do because they're an actor. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're a known actor, they most likely feel like they shouldn't feel it, but they feel a sense of entitlement to it. They could probably get away with certain stuff that you, as a regular person, wouldn't be able to get away with. Now, occasionally this happens, but think about it. What if the average person starts to think that way? Right? Because we know why the actor is doing it because they're an actor. They're dang near protected, you know, not by law, but like by societal understanding. Like, well, that's that famous person. So we'll see what we can do to help them along. Now, just imagine that on a normal person, on a regular person. They're not in touch with reality, but they think that they're like the actor. They're high up, even though they are not. They're nowhere close to it. They're eventually going to start having problems because they're not going to be able to process life on a lower level. They're going to always be up here. That's a bad thing. And I'm going to talk more about this, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick. This your boy Easy, most known unknown Easy. So I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Salutes.